repeating it, we are believing in. It's time for us to shift our mind from best in the world to best for the world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. It creates a new world to mind a shift, intentionality, perceptuality, conceptuality. We are choosing to shift our mind to best for the world, best for our world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional.
Welcome back to Best for the World live broadcast. We're going to talk about how to create a business that is best for the world. Can that be done? For some minutes, let's take the perspective that the future is not anything that is just happening. It's something that we create. How can we then create a good future, a future that we want to live? That is something that I've been thinking about quite a bit, and we've had some workshops and so on to try to find out what could you do really. Let's go back to Simon Sinek's Start with Why. Simon Sinek has the hypothesis that it is not really what we produce as a company that customers buy. It's not either the how, it is rather why. Why we do what we do is what communicates to customers, and that is what the customer buys. In our workshops, we have seen that it might not actually start with why, it could start with the root. The root is our core beliefs, what we assume in life, what we have been taught from childhood, and that things that we never really challenge or reevaluate. When we start with the root and why, when we're creating business, we'll get a much more solid foundation. It is surprising to me that we have not really looked very much at Simon Sinek's Start with Why when we create business. It's been like more of a slogan and a communication tool, and of course Simon Sinek is also using it as a communication and how to do marketing and so on. So it is used in marketing, but not at the soul. Just imagine what happens if we start with the root, challenging our core assumptions, and developing a very strong why in our business before we start. We have in workshops try to find out what should be then the process of the journey, the communication tools that we can use, and how can we develop strategy that actually includes our strong why in the innovation process. So these have led to some sort of tools that we call first the four I's. The four I's is inspiration, inspire. That is where you develop your why, tell a story about your why, and passionate explain what is this that is so important to change in the world, that this is where you want to dedicate your life. And what is your intention? If you have this strong why, what are you going to do? And connect that to your why. You can't do everything by yourself. Invitation. Invitation is the next. Is next I. You co-create. Basically, everybody of us, we can't change the world by ourselves. We need to invite people in our why, in our intention to co-create. The last I is impact. The impact is what is going to happen when we all knit this together, we co-create, and we change the world. This tool will help you communicate and describe your strong why, and this is the business that you want to be in, and this is what you're going to change in the world, what impact you're going to have, and how you're going to co-create that with whomever you invite. Let's look at an example. Take, for example, Patagonia. Patagonia is well known for its clothes, that is outdoor clothing. But they started as making it possible for people to explore wild places. When they then went out to explore wild places, of course, they want to protect wild places, and their purpose evolved in that way. Nowadays, the Patagonia has a clear purpose and business to save our home planet. That is the why of Patagonia, and they inspire with having a very strong why. Their intention is to use business as a vehicle to save the planet. How can we use business to save the planet? They are not selling purely clothes for being outdoors. They are actually they creating business to save the planet. And they invite people that share the same purpose as Patagonia. For example, they work strongly with activists in forming alliances with activists. Not long ago, they sued the Trump administration for having reduced a national park. That is according to their core business, is to save the planet. The core business is not clothes, or they also make clothes. They also invite, as they make clothes, they invite producers of cotton, for example, how to make organic cotton, and they have launched a large program in developing the processes for organic cotton. The impact is also strong. Just imagine the impact you will have when you show that that business can actually be achieved in saving the world. That has proven over and over again for Patagonia. It's a thriving company. They don't get publicity for their clothes, really. They get publicity when they for example, sued the Trump administration. They get a lot of coverage in media and so on. So that is an example of how you can actually deeply ingrain your why into your business. When you do that, and then you have to form a strategy. How should I work with this to go along? That is when our next tool comes into place. It's the IFPH. I is for intention. The F is for fears. The P is possibilities. And the H is hurdles. You bring in this intention that you have shaped in your 4 eyes. You bring that in to the intention in the strategy. With this intention, if you have the intention to use business as to save the world, what fears could you possibly have there? It is, of course, if you're coming from a normal business paradigm, you would say, can we really be cost competitive in this with our clothes if we're going to save the world? Is that, yeah, how can we work with that? But of course, as soon as you articulate your fears, you will find ways to overcome your fears. As well, creating possibilities. Use business to save the world or to save our planet. There are loads of possibilities in that. Where, for example, we can fight for national parks, we can launch new ways to develop cotton and so on. There will be hurdles, things to pass, and listing them will also take you further. These items here will create experiments you can make, new learnings you can do, and it will take you further on with your actions. When you come further into your plans, into your business, you can redo your IFPH model, and you will get further into the strategy and so on. So this develops into a strategy tool that is best for the world. We can save, we can do whatever kind of business that is longing with our core beliefs or core values, the way that we want to make a better world, the way we want to create the future. Thank you. That was all in this part of the program.
We are creating the world we're now living in. We are competing in. We are repeating in. We are believing in. It's time for us to shift our mind from best in the world to best for the world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. It creates a new world to mind a shift, intentionality, perceptuality, conceptuality. We are choosing to shift our mind to best for the world, best for our world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional.